Okay. Percentage, fraction to decimals. Okay. So you learn about only percentage and fractions to decimal then for this week's.
Yeah, kind of. For
Ah,
now.
okay, okay. Alright. But you always pay attention to the classes, right? I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know you're a good
But
kid, so
most of
but
the time, the teacher doesn't. What's the name? Because most of the other students are Chinese.
oh, okay.
Most of them are extremely smart, and he doesn't
Hmm.
know how to take care of the half of the other class that. I mean, half of this class that doesn't really
Is
know
how
anything.
oh, oh, okay. Chinese, Chinese mean that they cannot speak English or they can't speak
No,
English or oh,
they
oh
can
no,
speak English.
they can speak English. Okay.
In his opinion, and he said it himself, they are too smart.
Too smart. Wow, for a sixth grader. I mean, how smart? Can you describe how smart the the Chinese
They can
kids?
do 11 grade maths.
Oh yeah, is it 11 grade such as?
11.
Yeah, 11 grade maths. Like what? Examples?
What's the name? I forgot what it was.
Algebra?
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that, but
something like that.
the teacher didn't show it to us.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh, so most of the time, or just sometimes, the teacher did not teach you just most of the time, or just sometimes.
Sometimes, because he's too
Sometimes.
busy with the other kids. Because even though they're smart, they're not really smart on their tone, and you know,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
really like to shout. They like to say bad words in Chinese that
Oh, wow,
only
wow.
I understand now, and only now.
So they're dominating the class then.
Yeah, kind of.
Wow. Yeah, because almost half of them are Chinese, right? Half of them, maybe
Not
50% of
all of
them.
them, but most of them. It's
Mm-hmm.
international. There's from Germany. There's from
Yeah, yeah,
Korea.
yeah. And are you the only one who's Indonesian in the class,
Yeah,
in your class? Oh yeah? Oh, so
I'm the only one
they
that
oh
that is Indonesian from the whole entire school.
in the entire school. Wow. So you're special then. Unique in a way. But did you have any Indonesian friend in your maybe outside your schools or maybe
Yeah.
There is
ah
one, Bex, in
Siapa?
grade 12, Tiara.
Oh, oh iya.
There is one.
oh
I nggak tahu itu siapa.
Yeah, because she's in grade 12.
oh great 12.
Never mind. There's two kids, only
Two
two
kids.
in the
No,
Heading
but
whole
the
you're
same
the
school.
school.
only boy. One girl and one boy, which is you from
So you're
Indonesia.
you're special then. The only
Yeah,
Indonesian boy in the
the
schools then.
only boy.
You're special then. Okay, okay, okay. Let's continue our discussion. Okay. Percentage. Okay, percentage and then fractions to decimal. Okay, let's. Okay, what about the manage back? Manage back. Did you have anything in the manage back that you want to show me?
No.
Okay, okay. So, okay, let's start from the concept first. So, what is a percentage? So, uh,
Percentage
percentage
is
is
technically a fraction.
ah
Fractions and percentages are almost the same, but the way
yes,
they are shown are different.
yeah. The way they wrote it, it's kind of a different. But to be honest, they are look-alike, and they are the same actually. Yeah, because percentage is
Technically,
just yes. Well, technically, percentage can always be converted to fractions. So that's why, and fractions can always be converted to percentage. So yeah, so percentage and fractions is, well, the same. It just, the difference is only how you wrote it. Okay, so for
I
example, if
think
I have,
percentage fractions and decimals are extremely. It has the same concept, but the way it
yes,
is shown is very different. Like
yes, yeah,
decimals,
mm,
like all of them is a part of a whole number, but it isn't a whole
yes,
number.
yes, that's true, that's true. But you can always change and convert percentage to fraction, right?
Hmm.
Ah, that's what we want to learn today. How we can make a connections between percentage and fractions and decimals. How can we relate each other? Okay, so a percentage is just like, if I have, for example, a circle or a pie. Yeah. So this circle. So okay, maybe I'm not that good in making a circle. So maybe I'm gonna use this. Okay, so for example, I have these circles. Okay, okay. I want to divide it to half. I want to divide this circle into a half. So I'm gonna cut it in the middles. Okay, I'm gonna cut it in the middles. Okay, so if I want to show it in a percentage, in the fractions, right? So what will the fraction that will represent this figure? Okay, what will be the fraction that will represent the figure? So I cut it in the half of the pie, or maybe the circle. So what will be the fraction is then that represent this?
It's technically still a one.
It's still a one. The whole is a one, but each of them is equal to. So this part is equal to what?
Okay. Half or 1/2.
1/2. That's correct. Because complete the complete the complete circle is two, right? So two parts. These two parts, right? This part one, and this part one. The total would be two, right? And if we only want to represent one of them, so we could write the numerator with one, which is the the part that we want to talk about, and in the denominator is the total of the parts, which is two, right? Two parts. Now, if you want to convert it into fractions, so fractions is just uh the fraction. Yeah, so fraction is 1/2, right? So how we call it in the percentage then? So percentage is that you want to make the bottom, which is the denominator, to become 100. Now, how can we change a half into 100 in the below? We have to multiply it by what number such that this 1/2 can result 100 in the bottom.
Uh, 2 times 5 is 10. So
10,
make it 2
yes.
times 50. So it's
Yes.
100. And 1 times 50 is 50. So
Yes.
50%.
Ah, that's good thinking, quick thinking. So this will become 5/100. And we could simplify this. We could simplify this as
By removing the
50.
zeros.
Yes. So with this notation, this is percentage.
Oh, I meant to
So,
simplify the fraction
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah. Well,
into a
you could, yeah,
5
you'll
over
get,
10.
yeah, 5/10, and 5/10 can be simplified again with 1/2, right? Because both of the top and the bottom can be divided by two, right? Sorry, five. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Then divided by 5 is 2, right? So you can simplify it. But usually we don't need to, if we want to uh, state it with the form of percentage, we don't need to simplify it into its simplest form. So the aim in finding a percentage is to make the denominator to become 100, right? So this is the principle that we will use in finding a percentage. The aim in finding a percentage is to make to make the denominator to become 100. So from a half, you want to make it to become 100 in the bottom. Okay, so in order to do that, you have to multiply the bottom and the top with 50, and you'll get 50 over 100. And we could simplify it with uh 50 over 100. So if you already have the 100, yeah, if you already have the 100, you could simplify it by writing it as 50%, which are the same as 50 over 100. So 50% is just the same as 50 over 100. So if I write 20%, this is just the same as, if you want to
25
change it,
over 100.
25 over 100. Quick thinking. So if I want to simplify it into the simplest
Oh,
form
1
of
over
fractions,
4.
1/4. Quick thinking. Good. What if I want to write it as 50%? No, you already have the 50% in in this one. So I'll make another example. How about 30% then? 30%. What it will be?
1/3.
1/3. Okay, 30% over 100. 1/3. I'm sorry. 1/3.
What?
What did you say earlier? 1 over
3
third.
over 10.
3 over 10. Yeah, because 30% is 30 over 100, right? So a percent always mean over 100. 30%, 30 over 100. 20%, 25%, 25 over 100. So this will become uh 3 over 10. This is the simplest form. This is the simplest form. And this also the simplest form. So this is how. So if I want to, for example, represent 25% in the form of this circle, how did I draw it? How did I dissect it? How did I uh, cut it
25.
such that
25.
we could guess 25%?
25% is 1/4.
25%.
That
1 over
means
4.
we need
That means
one piece from four. One piece from 4 pieces made from one
ah.
half.
So how
Cut
many?
one in the middle and cut one
Yes,
horizontally.
that's true. That's right. That's right. So can I cut it like this?
Yeah,
Yeah. So 1 over 4 will be, if I
25.
try 25 over 100, right? Okay. So how many section that I have to draw? That I have to draw like this, so I get 1 over 4. How many? How many section? So a section is just one of these piece, right? So how many piece that I should draw so that I can get 25% backs?
Hmm. What?
How many section, or how many pieces that I have to draw so that I can get 25%?
Oh, draw over.
Yeah. Well, this is we have what 4 sections here, right? We have 4 parts in this circle, right? To represent 1/4. Yeah. So we had the total, which is 4 sections. So 1/4, right? 25% is equal to 1/4, and we want to draw 1/4 in this circle. So I have 4 parts, and then 1/4 means that I have to draw
One.
one parts from the total of 4 parts. So how many should I draw in this circle then, so that I can get 25%?
One.
One. That's good. This one, right? If I want to get 75%, then 25% equal to
75% equals to 50% and 25%. So that means you cut the circle into 4 pieces again, but you take three of
yes.
it.
Yes. 75% is equal to 75/100. Is that true? Can you understand it? 75/100, which is equal to
3/4.
3/4. So you have to divide both the numerator and denominator by the number. How many? So that you can get 3/4. You have to divide it by
4.
75. Can you divide 75 by 4?
Wait, what? Sorry?
We want to find the simplest form of 75/100, right? So you have to divide 75 and 100 with what?
75?
Yes, 75. I mean, you already got the step correct. Yeah, you get 75% is 3/4. Yeah. So how can you get 3/4 then?
Because 75% is 25 and 50. 25% is 1/4, and 50% is 2/4, which is just 1/2.
Yeah.
2/4 and 1/4 equals 3/4.
Oh, so you memorize the ratio then. So
Kind
you
of.
memorize. Okay. So, I mean, you didn't have to do that, Bex. If you already know the concepts, yeah, so you can simplify all of the percentage without have to remember the form. Okay, so if you have 75%, yeah, like I said earlier, you can always represented into a fraction, right? Which is 75% is just the same if you have a percent in the end of a notation like this. It always mean that 75/100. Okay, 75/100. Yeah, if you rate the module that I have gave you maybe 2 weeks earlier. Yeah, I forgot. Maybe in the before in the 2 weeks before this, you know that great the you can simplify a fraction with dividing both the top and the bottom with something, right? Now can 75 and 100 be divided by both can be divided by a number? Can it be divided by a number, Bex?
Hmm.
Can you divide it by 5, for example, 75 and 100?
Wait. Five times 14, it's 70, right? I mean, 5 times 18 is 70.
Yes.
Make it a 75 is divisible by 5.
Divisible by 5. What's the result then? 75 times 75 divided by 5 will be
3.
3.
Is it? Oh, wait, no. 70, 19.
19. Really? Try
Wait, 5,
to multiply the
5
number
times
with 5 then.
19 is 75. So 75 divided by 5.
75
Yeah,
divided
19.
by 5. Try to multiply it by 10. Okay, so 5 times 10 is 50. So we're below 75 then, right? Now we're trying to multiply it with a bigger number. For example, 11. If we try 11, it will be uh 11 times 5 is
I
55.
think. Wait. 5 times 15. I mean, no,
Ah,
5 times 18 equals 7, right?
5 times
18.
18. 5
Mm-hmm.
times 18 is 90. 90.
90?
90. So if we want to have you know this method? If you want to multiply something, you can always wrote it like this. So 18 times 5. Have you ever this method? Have you ever do this method?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 times 5 is
Sa kamu nggak tahu guys. Ah, makanya ngapalin kan kalian. Dihafal itu.
yeah, so 8 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, right?
Wait for a second.
Terus rusak. Bes. Oh.
40.
40. Okay, so you keep the 0 for this, and you keep the 0
4 at
here.
the top.
Yeah, 4
At
at the
4
top.
at the
So
top of
5
1.
times 5 times 1 is 5, but you have 4, right? In the previously, in the previous. So
But it's not a 1, it's a 10. So it's
5 times 1 is 5, right?
5 times 1 is 1, but that's a 10, so it's a 50.
5 times 1. 5 times 1, Bex.
No,
Oh, yeah.
that is technically a 1, but their 1 is positioned right next to 8, which makes it a 10. So that means
Oh,
it's 5 times 10 equals 50. So you
oh yeah.
you put the 5 next
Oh,
to the O.
oh, maybe you want to wrote it like this, right? So 18 times 5. You can
Oh, not like
always.
that. No, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Before.
Oh, this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This one. Yeah.
So put the 4 before we did 40, right? 0 at the bottom of 5,
Yes, this one.
and the 4 at the top of 1.
Oh, the top of one. So this one, here.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
5
so
times 1 is 5, but this is
yes.
not a 1, it's a 10 because it's 10 plus 8. And we already used the 8, so it's just a 10. 10 times 5 is 50, and you put it down next to 0. But we're not finished yet because it's
Mm-hmm.
not a 1, there's a 4. You don't duplicate the 4. Yeah. So it's not
Yes.
a 4 times 5. Instead, you add the 4 into the 50. Well,
Yeah.
because the 4 isn't actually just the 4, it's a 40.
Yes. Yeah. I get it your way. Okay. So that will be 40 plus 40 plus 50 then in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I like your way. I like your way. It's creative. Okay. I get it.
So
So the
it's
result
9.
will be 90. Okay, 90. So there's another way that my teacher teach. Maybe it can be a reference to you. Okay, so it's really the same actually. So I have 18 times 5, right? Like this. Now I
Mm-hmm.
can always represent 18. So 18 will be just the same as 10 plus 8, right?
Yes.
Yes, and we will multiply it by 5.
So because you
So
did the what's the name? Because you did the
distributive property. You can
yeah.
apply a
So
distributive property here.
later you times the five and eight,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then
Yeah.
the number 5 times 8 is what's the name? Before it's 40, so you put
Ah,
40
yeah,
at the
yeah.
after the equal,
Yes.
and 5 times 10 is 50.
50.
And because
Yes.
we need to add up the 40 and the 50, you put a
Yes.
plus right next to each other.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So this will become, so basically we had what we call as a distributive property. So if I have a number in the bracket A plus B, let's just call the number A and B, and then multiply it with C, you can always, this is just the same as A times C. So we'll multiply A
It's
with C and B with C, but we add plus. So A C B C. So we can always use this property to make our calculation easier. So this will be 50 plus 8 times 5, right? Which is 50 plus 40, which is 90. Okay, so what about 15 times 5? What about 15 plus 5? How will you change the 15 so that you can get a more easier way to calculate the number? How can you change it? 15 will become, how will you change it? The 15.
15. Uh, the 15, you change it into a 10 and a 5.
Ah,
5,
okay.
5 times 5 is 25, and 5
Yes.
times 10 is 50. 50 plus
50,
25 is what's the name? 75.
75. Okay, okay. So
So that means it's a
now,
15.
yeah, so yeah, that's a 15. Okay, congratulations. Okay, so this will be 15 over 100 divided by 5.
100.
100 divided by 5. What it
100
will
divided by
be?
5 is
What number? If you multiply it by 5, you'll get 100. What number, Bex?
wait, I forgot what?
So what number, if you multiply it by 5, you'll get 100.
We'll get 100. Oh, 100. 10. No, no, not 10.
10 times
Uh,
5 is 50.
20. Because
20,
2
that's
times
good.
5 is 10. So if you add a 0 into any one of them, 5 or 2, you
Mm,
make 20 or 50. Now 2
okay.
times 50 is technically 2 50s, which is 100. And
Yeah, yeah.
20 times 5, that means there's 5 20s,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
also 100.
Okay. Now I want to introduce you another way to calculate a fractions. Not a fraction, a divisions. Okay, so yeah, if you have a hundred divided, you earlier you want to divide 100 with 5, right? Right. So
Yes.
there's another way to calculating it. So I'll make this kind of, what is it? Well, this form, yeah, these lines like this, and
Oh,
then you want to divide 100 with 5, right? So sorry,
isn't that the
with, yeah,
magic
5.
7?
Yeah, what is it, Bex?
Isn't that the magic 7?
The magic 7. Wow, yeah, yeah,
Because
you can.
later even though right now it looks like that, later there's gonna be a line at the back.
Ah, okay. This one, like this.
No, not that one. At the back. That's the front.
The front. Ah, the back. Like here or like here.
Go. It goes down straight.
Like this.
Yes, but after time and time, it will go lower and lower.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Well, the way I do it is that if you want to divide 100 by 5, so
Put the fifth
you
and five in the next one,
yes,
and then
right.
later
So you
you.
div yeah, yes. You divide 10 first, so you see the number in the front first. Because
You don't really need to do anything because five
yeah,
times 20 is 100. So that means you can put 20 at the top. One
yes.
hundred minus 100 equals
Yeah.
0, so there's no remainder.
Yeah. Okay. Quick thinking, quick thinking. But it will help if you have a complicated number. For example, if I had maybe 84. 84. So if I want to divide it by 7 then. Okay, so you see the upper number first. The front number, front number. The front number, you see that you have 8 in the front, right?
Okay?
You know that 8 is larger than 7. So you can do division with it. So 8 divided by 7, 8 divided by 7 will be, so of course you knew that uh you if you multiply 7 with 2 it will be 14, right? And you know that it is much larger than the number that we had in the front here. So we must find a multiplication such that uh it doesn't greater than the number that we had in the front here. So we had 8, yes. So you can only multiply it by 1, right? Because if you multiply it by 2, you'll get 14, which is much larger than the number in the front. So if I have 1, so 7 times 1 will be 7. Okay, so we subtract it with minus. So we do minus here. The 8 will be subtracted by the 7. And what left is 1. Okay, so since 1 cannot be divided by 7, yeah, yeah, because you cannot find a numbers because 1 is larger than 7, right? Sorry, I'm sorry. 7 is larger than 1. So in order to make the divisions possible, we well, what's the language here? Maybe we move the 4 to the bottom, so we'll get 14 here. So from here, 14. Can 14 be divided by 7? Can 14 divided by 7, Max? 7 times what? Such that if you multiply it,
7 times 2. So that means it's
7
12.
times 2. 2. So you write 2 here, and 7 times 2 is 14, which left 0. So if you already get a 0 in the bottom, that means your divisions is complete. And the result of the divisions is equal to 12. So 84 divided by 7 is 12, which is here. The result will be 12. Okay. So this is just another way to do some
Wait.
fractions. Okay.
But wait, I thought if you do division, if the number, like for example here, 7
Yes.
times 10 equals 70, it becomes, the 84 becomes 14, right?
Yes, 14.
I thought the 14, I thought it was wrong because 14 is bigger than 7. So we need to think of a bigger answer.
14 diver oh, 14 is the I'm sorry, can you repeat the statement? 14 is bigger than 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so it can't be correct. So you change the number to 84 instead, and it'll be quicker and easier. But But you can also what's the name? You you can add like 777,
Yes. Yeah. 77, and
so
then
it's
you add
lower.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it drops down to only 7 at the
Mm.
bottom, and we can do it with 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's also a good idea. Okay, but if you're stuck, I mean, if you deal with bigger number, when you deal with bigger numbers, you can really know anything. What number that uh near that number, yeah, to approximate.
Mm.
So what you do earlier is to approximate what is the multiplication. What 7 times what? So that I can have 84. Now you do it by, oh, okay, I'm assuming that, okay, let's start with 77. Okay, 77 is divisible by 7 and it is near 84. That way, yes, of course, that's correct. Yeah, I mean, that's better be quicker, yeah, than this method here. Okay, but if you deal with bigger number, such as maybe 144 divided by 12. Okay, of course, because you deal with such a big number, it will be kind of a difficulty. Will be kind of a difficult to find a number which is can be divisible by 12 and near, and also in the same time near 12, 144 itself. Okay, so this is just the way this is one of the preferences. It's really based on your preferences actually. So if you see this method to be quicker than mine, if you see your method is much more quicker than I do than mine, it's okay. If you it's good, it's all right. Okay, because in math there's a lot of way to get in Rome. Yes, too good. Yeah, so so if you okay with your ways, it's all right. Okay, so back to our topic. So 15 over 20. Yeah, so 15 over 20. Can you simplify it more? Can you simplify it more, Max? Can you simplify
Mm-hmm.
15 over 20 again? Is it the simplest
15
form?
over 20.
Yes. Is it the simplest form?
Okay, so are we gonna turn 1520 into a percentage?
Oh, no. We want to simplest form. Okay, because we already
Oh,
have the
simple
the
form.
for yeah, because we already had the percentage which is 75%, right?
Uh-huh.
In the beginning. Yeah, because 15 over 20, you can always write it again to be 75 over 100. Yeah, we have shown it earlier. And 75 over 100 is basically 75%. What I want you to do is to find the simplest form. You have to divide both the bottom and the top with what number such that you can get the simplest form, Max.
Uh, simplest form. Wait,
Can you divide
so
it? Can you divide it by 3?
wait. I
Okay.
know that I know that 20 and wait, is 20 dividable by 3?
20. Just right. 20 divided by 3. Yes, 15 is divisible by 3. But is it 20 divisible by 3? You have to check it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. We do not have 20, right? In our multiplication table, right?
So
Only
it's
20.
not a 3. It's not a 3.
Yeah, what about 4? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yes.
4 makes 4 does, no, 4 doesn't make a 20 though. It makes it 25.
The 4.
Yeah,
Really?
4 makes 25.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, right? It
Wait.
does have 20.
Oh, is 5 times 4 is 25, right?
Yes. So it is divisible by 5 and also 4. Yeah,
Mm.
the 20. But what about the 15? Is it divisible by 4? That's the problem. If you choose
Fif-
4,
15. I don't think
4,
it can
8,
because
12, 16.
because the number is an odd number, also known as
Ah,
it
okay.
can. I think
Ah,
in yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
think it's
Yep.
5.
Yeah, so it's 5. So 15 divided by 5 will be
3. Is it?
3
Yeah,
over.
it is. Because 3 times 5 is 15.
Yeah, it's 3 over
3 over
20. 20 will be divided by 5, and the result will be
20 divided by 5 is what's the name?
what was the name? Okay,
4, 4, 4.
4. Okay, okay. So there's okay. So
So
3 over 4, which we already did earlier, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Well, you can simplify the process, yeah, by just basically 75 and 100. So in the beginning, if you want to simplify the process without going through such a chaotic process, you can simplify 75 over 100. You know that 75 over 100 is divisible by 25.
yeah.
Did you know it? Yeah. Yeah, because you can do it straight. Straight by just dividing 75 and 100
Wait, wait,
by
wait.
25.
But the problem is, in the tests and all,
Yes.
I mean, I already know how to transfer this and that, but
Yes, yes.
the only problem is I don't know how to do it when the numbers or the fraction
Yes.
is what's the name? Like
Complex
for example,
fractions?
there's I forgot what that number was. The a fraction that has the number top and bottom doesn't have a number that both of them can be divided by. Both of them.
Okay, so for example, okay. So this is what we call as a complex percentage.
Mm,
Percentage. Okay, so complex percentage mean that you cannot multiply. So uh 25 over 100 is just easy, right? 25%. Where 30% is 30 over 100. Sometimes it's kind of a difficulty if you had fractions that cannot be divided by that you cannot make it into 100. Yeah, because if I have 1 over 4, you can always multiply it by 25. Yeah, so 25 over
yeah.
100, yeah, which is 25%. But it will be a problem if I had changed 10 over 7 to become percentage. Nah, this is kind of a problem, right? So 10 over 7, and that we want to convert it to become a percentage. So how we should be doing that then? How should we converting it? Because 7 is obviously cannot be changed into 100. So if you try to multiply it by any natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, you cannot get 100 in the bottom. Yeah, because
Wait, does
uh,
that mean we can multiply it by what's the name? Decimals
yeah, oh
or
yeah, of
technically
course.
fractions divided by fractions? Well,
Oh
one of the
yeah.
numbers is a fraction divided by a fraction.
Yeah, yeah, of course. It can be done. It can be done. Yes, of course. So how can we change it? So how can we convert it to become a fractions? To become a percentage. So 10 over 7, 10 over 7. You can write it. Oh, okay, to become percentage. So okay. So you have to find 10 over 7 first. You have to change it into decimal. Okay, so find the decimals. Find the decimal representations of 10 over 7. Now, how can we represent 10 over 7 to a decimals? Okay, so Uh, you could think it that way. You could think it this way. Okay, so I have 10 over 7. And this is just the same as 1, 3 over 7. Isn't that correct? Can you understand it?
Yes,
1, 3, 7.
because 10 7 plus 3 is 10, and
Yeah.
in decimals, so technically 7 over 10 over 7. I mean, no,
Okay.
7 over 10. So that means it needs seven specific numbers
Yes.
to become a whole number, and in 10 there's one 7, and
Yes,
10
that's right.
minus 7 is 3. So it's 1,
Yes.
1, and 3 over 7.
What about if I gave you 25 over 7? It will become what?
Hmm.
In the form of complex fractions. So try to multiply it with a small number. Try 7 times 1. It is 7, right? 7 and then times 2, 14, times 3, 21, times 4 is 28. So it's over 25, right? 28 is greater than 25, right? So you
Yes.
can you can pick the smallest, the largest of these. Okay, so uh 28 times 4 and 7 times 4 is 28, which is greater than 25, right? So pick the multiplier. So multiplier is the number, the small number that you choose, because 4 is the multiplication of 7 times 4 is exceeding the nominator, which is 25 earlier. We pick the previous multiplier, which is 3. Yeah. Because 4, if you multiply it by 4, it exceeding the numerator. Okay? So you choose 3. So if I choose 3 in the front, 3, so 7 times 3 is what? What is 7 times 3, Bex?
7 times 3 is. What's the name? 21.
Mm. And if you want to get 25 in the end, you have to add with what? So you have 25 in the end. You get 21. From 21, you have to add what? Such that you can get 25 in the end. What is it, Bex?
Hmm.
So you get 21, and then you want to have 25 in the end. If you
Uh,
add 21 plus
4.
1,
4.
4. Okay, good. So 20, 4. And this will become, this does the same as 3 over 3 plus 4 over 7, right? And this just the
Yes.
same as 1 plus 3 over 7. Now, you already get the bigger number in the front, which is 1 and 3 for this case. Now you want to find the 3 over 7. What is 3 over 7?
3 over 7.
7. Now, this is where this method that I showed you earlier becomes handy. Yeah, because if you see that you want to divide 3 with 7, okay? Now you see that the 3 is less than 7. So there is a concept where you can make these divisions possible, which are that you can add 0 in the front of the 30 in the tree in front of the tree, but that costs you a 0 and a comma in the results of the multiplications and divisions. Okay, so you're somewhat landing a 0 from out of nowhere, from an alien said so. Okay, But
Okay.
at the cost you have to add zero and comma in the end. Okay, so now you know that 30 is bigger than 7. 30 is bigger than 7, and
Yes.
therefore, yeah, so what multiplier, yeah, what the maximum multiplier of 7 then, so that it did not exceeding bigger than 30. If you multiply it by 1,
Mm,
7 times 1 is 7. 7
no,
times 2,
wait, it was, so before was 21, right? Now
yes.
21 plus 7 is 29.
21 plus 7, Bex,
Wait,
21 plus 7. 21 plus 7,
28, 28, 28.
28. So, if you add it again with 7, is it still less than 30?
It is less than 30, and it becomes a
Ah,
1. So there's a 1 as a remainder because 7, no matter what, cannot turn into a 1 unless it's, what's the name? What's the name? Multiplicated by a number less than 1.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, so, what is the number that I should write here, so that if I multiply it with this number, it did not exceeding 30. It did not bigger than 30. What is the maximum? Can you multiply it by 5? 7 times 5
Um,
is
wait, 7 times 5 was
5. You can 7 14
35, 35.
35, which is greater than 30,
I mean, bigger than 30.
bigger than 30. So, because it's
It's a
already bigger
4
than, yeah, because
because
it's already bigger than 30.
because 35 minus 7, it's 29.
28,
I
Bex.
mean 28. Why
You
don't you
already did it in previously. How can you get it wrong again? Second time.
I
It's all
don't
right.
know.
I don't know. Okay, so you have to multiply it by 4. Okay, so 28, and then you subtract it, and then you get 30 over 28 is what is the remainder of this then? 2, right?
2.
2. Now our goal is to get 0 at the end, right? Our goals. Okay? So, but you have to know that uh divisions is not always can always result 0 in the remainder. We cannot always have 0 as the remainder. Okay, so like this case, for examples, so we do not have 2. We still have 2 as the remainder, right? So you could do the same thing as I did earlier, but you add 0 again. But this time you don't have to write 0 again in the at the at the results of the divisions. Okay, so you add 20. So 7, the maximum multiplier for this is 2. Yeah, because if you try to multiply 3 by 7, you'll get 7, 14, 21. Okay, so the maximum is 2. So 14, okay, and you get 6, okay, and then from 6 you add another 0, so we still did not have the 0. Okay, so what is the maximum of this? 60, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. If we exceed 49, yeah, we'll get we still can do it. 49 plus 7, 56. And if
Wait.
we are greater than 56, it will be 63. Right? So the number maximum is 8. Okay, 7 times 8 is 56. And this will become 4. Now we can do the process again, again, and again. Yeah, but it won't be end. It won't end. Because it won't end. It always, yeah, that's the complicated things about fractions. Yeah, there's a lot of fraction that you cannot represent it in a good way. Yeah, this is not a good way actually. Yeah, yeah, because we did not have the reminder to become a zero. So this will become 1 plus 3 over 7. What is 3 over 7? From this calculation, we get it is approximately 0.428. So 0 times 428. And you get this is just the same as 1.000 plus 0.428. And you'll become 1428. Get it, Bex?
Yeah.
So what about this one? 3 plus, so we do the division again, right? So 4, 7. So can you divide it directly? Or did you have to land 0 from the alien? I would say so. Is 4 is larger or great or smaller than 7? Bex.
Hmm. We need a zero. Wait.
So 4 over 7. The method is
Yeah, I
similar.
think we need a zero.
Okay, we need a 0. So you add 0 here, but with at what cost? Yeah, if you add 0, at what cost? Bex.
You need to make the answer
Yes?
a number smaller than 1. So
Yes,
that
that's true.
means it's a
0 point.
0 point
Point.
the
Yes.
answer.
Yes. Now, 40 divided by 7. What is the maximum multiplier?
Okay, let's start from 21. 21 plus 21 is technically a 0.8, but it's a 42. It's bigger than 40.
Yes, yes. Uh-huh. So you have to multiply it
So,
by what then? So that it doesn't exceeding 40. It doesn't greater than 40.
so I think I'm on the right track with 21, but it's 21 plus 21 minus 7. 21 minus 7 is 14. So 14 plus 21 is 35.
35. So 35, yeah? So 35, you have to multiply it by what number so that you can get 35 at the end? 7 times what so that you can get 35?
0.7.
0.7. That means you multiply 7 with 7, which is 49, which is larger than 40. You have to find
Oh
the
wait.
number here so that it doesn't exceeding the
Oh, no, not
multiplier.
exceeded, yeah?
Yeah, not exceeding.
Oh.
So what number then?
So, oh, it's 6.
6. Yeah, because 7 times 6 will become
35.
35. I'm sorry.
Is it? Wait,
Is
no,
it? I'm
wrong.
sorry. No.
No, that's wrong. It's not 6.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because 4.
looks like my brain has already started to you know
Yeah, because
malfunctions.
49 minus 7.
So, five. This should be five
Yeah,
because
5.
7
It's a
times 4 is
5.
5. Okay, so 40. minus 35 will become.
Wait. Oh no, no, it's right. It's right.
Yes, yes.
Because first, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means there's a 5 remainder,
Yes. Is it
but we
0?
need another 0.
Okay, 0 then. So 7 times what? So that it doesn't any bigger, getting any bigger than 50 then.
Yeah. Okay, so we can do 49, right?
49. Yeah,
So
49.
that means it's
You have to
7.
multiply it. 7. Good. 49. So this will become
49.
1. 1. So
1.
once again. So if you add
Then
another 0, then so how what number that I should wrote here so that I can get so that 7 in the 7 times what so that it doesn't get any bigger than 10.
14. 14.
14.
No, wait.
14. Oh
Yeah,
no, it's
so
not.
14 minus 7 is technically 7. So the only
So
thing we can do is 7.
so we have to write what in this result in the result.
1. Yippee.
1. Great. 7. Although we can always
Oh,
yeah we can do it infinitely many times. Yeah, this will become 30 30. This will become 4, which is 28. Yeah, if I do it quick, yeah, 2 and then 20. This will become 2, this become 14, and so on. Okay, but for the sake of our conversation, the simplicity of our conversation discussions, we'll just wrote 3 number behind the decimal. So this we called it as a decimal. So we only write the 3 number behind the decimal, which is 0.57 and 1. Yeah, so this will become 3.571, right? Yes, Bex.
yes.
So this is only to find the decimal representation. Okay, the final answer is to find the percentage.
Percentage.
So to find the percentage, as I have told you earlier, okay, so the aim in finding a percentage is to make the denominator to become 100. That's the principle. Okay, so how can
Okay.
you make 3.571 so that it has the denominator with 100? So 10 over 7 is just the same as 0.128, right? Now, if I want to make it as as a as a percentage, I can always write it as 100 divided by 100 times 1.428 times 100 divided by 100, because this is just the same, right? Because 100 divided by 100 is just 1. So it doesn't change the value. It just we just manipulate the form. Okay, so this will become 1.428 times 100
Uh, it
will be will be what?
1.428
1.
point or
No,
comma.
no. You multiply the 100 with this.
Oh, the 100.
Yes.
So it's a 100, not a 1, is it?
Yeah. So
Because
yeah.
100 over 100 is a 1, but if you change
Yes.
it into a 100, you're
Well.
changing the 1 into a 100, or
Oh no, no, no. The aim in this, so we multiply the nominator. So we'll multiply the nominator, which is
Mungkin mama
this
gimana
will
mau
come
lewat?
1
bisa lewat.
times 4 to 8 times 100 divided by 100. So this is just the same. So we're just multiplying it first, multiplying this first, and then we divide it again with 100. Okay. So but there will be a different here. Okay. So try to multiply the 1.428 with 100. Did you know the result of this multiplication in the top? 1.428 times 100 will be. Now I have the shortcut for this actually. So if you have a number if you have a decimal number, yeah, so
Just
it has a comma here. So for example 0 point maybe 4.3 7.217, if you multiply it with a number with a number which is divisible by 10, so it can be 10, it can be 100, it can be 1,000, it can be 10,000. So if you have a number multiply with a number which is divisible by 10, you can get the
wait, you can
result
just
by.
add you can add a zero behind it, right?
Yeah, yeah, can be that way. Yeah, it can be that way.
Right. Like for example, 10, you're just gonna add 1 0 because the 10 only has 1 0, and then 100 you only add 2 zeros, 3 zeros, 4 zeros, 5 zeros, and so on.
Yeah, and so on. Yeah. So for example, for this case, yeah, for 7.217 times 10, this is just actually if you have this
70, it's
70
70,200. Wait,
72.17 actually.
72,1700. No, it's not 1,700. 170.
Okay. I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
Because it's a times 10, you only add a zero at the back, so that means it turns into a 72,170.
72,000. This is 7.217 back. So it's a 7. It's so it's actually a 7 plus 0.217.
Yes.
Ah,
Oh wait, that's not a.
that's not a
Oh,
thousand. That's not a thousand. That's not a thousand.
that's not a
It's
7,217.
that's a comma. If
Oh,
I
that
if That's a comma,
I
which is a
I thought
decimal.
I thought comas were for length.
Oh no. Comma is for
I
decimals.
thought it's supposed to be dots.
Well, this is the interesting part. If you in the writing world, that's a comma represent a decimals and a dot represent thousands. Now, if you talk in the realm of computer, if you maybe you
Yes.
excels, maybe you know excels, Microsoft excels.
Mm-hmm. Like
Now
the Excel
usually
core.
if you want to represent a decimals in excels or computing world, usually you use dot. And if you use comma, it will be undefined. It doesn't have any sense. It doesn't have any interpretations. So it's kind of a reverse world in term of writing and computing. Okay, so if you talk in the realm of computing of computer, of course you use comma. You use dot as the decimals. Okay, but because I do this in writing, yeah, we'll use decimal. Okay, we'll use decimals. We'll use comma as the way to represent as a decimals. Okay, so 7.217 times 10 will become what next? This is a decimal, yeah,
Mm,
not a thousands.
okay, so that means if you add a zero, it becomes 72.17.
0.17. Nah. This just a little bit of details on how we pronounce a decimal. So if to say the number behind the decimal, you then say it as a maybe a 17. Okay, so 72 comma point 17. No, that's not the correct way to pronounce it because the way to the way to pronounce decimal is this you write it. So I'm sorry. You said it number by number. So 72.17. 72.17, not 17. So if I have this one, 1.428, or maybe 14, or maybe if I have another bigger number, 221.178156 gitu. So you don't say it as 17,081.17,080. I don't know. It's a unique number if you say it as a yeah 70,000, yeah. Yeah, so you just say it number by number, okay? It's just a little bit
Okay.
of details, okay? Okay, so for this one, so if I had 1.428 times 100, it will become
It will become. Wait, that will. Oh, that one. It will become 142.8.
that's right. So over 100, right? Now, because we already, as I said earlier, the aim in finding a percentage is to make the denominator to become 100. So that because we already had the denominator become 100, it will become, I can say it as 142.8%, right? Right, Bex? That's
Right.
why, that's why I want you to multiply the 1.428 times 100. That's why I want you to multiply 1.428 with 100. Because the aim is that we want to have a denominator with 100 in it. Because if we already have it, we can convert it to decimals. So what about 25 over 7? We already had that. It is this the same as 3.571. And then what did I have to do then? What should I do so that I can get it to a percentage? Like the step I have teach you earlier. What should I do, Max? So that I can get a percentage.
Hmm.
You have to multiply it by 100 and then divide it by also 100, right? So that the aim, which is to make the denominator, the bottom to become 100 is achievable, can be achievable. Yeah, so multiply it by 100, okay? So 3.571 times 100 divided by 100 will become
Wasn't it? It will become 305 357.1. So that
divided by
means there will be three of them. It's three plus 50, yeah, 57.1 over
yeah,
100.
yes, and the percentage notation will become 3
Uh, 3 plus, I mean, 3 and,
3
wait,
and
percentage.
percentage.
Oh, the percentage would be, what's it? 35, 357.1%.
Ah, that's good. That's good. So the quick way to do it. So or you have already see the step by step to convert it, right? So so the principle here, if you had a decimal, if you have a decimal, and then you want to convert it to percentage, you simply multiply the number by 100 and add percent in the end. So this is the principle that we will use in finding a decimal to a percentage. And then you can do this process again to find percentage to decimal. So if you have percentage, so if you have percentage, you want to convert it into a decimal, the principle will become the same, which is if I have 357.1%, this is just the same as 357, right? 57.1 divided by 100.
Yes.
Yes, which is just the same as 3571. And if you have 142.8%, this will become 142.8 over 100, which is 1.428. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Yes, mantap. Mantap then. Okay, Max, because it's already 5:30 in my clock. What time did you at China? What time at China right now?
6:30.
Oh, 6:30. Okay. Maybe
Six
6:30.
thirty-three.
It's only an hour apart then, yeah? They're not really that different, you know? I thought the time difference will be significant. Maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, yeah, because you are that far in China and I'm in this small Indonesia country, you know.
Did you know that Indonesia is actually bigger than USA itself?
Ooh, is it bigger?
Yeah.
Maybe I am only think of 75% bigger. 75%. So you Indonesia is only 75% of USA. I would say that. So it's only maybe not bigger. I would say bigger, but it is big. Yeah, it is big to be honest. Yeah, because if you look at the map, yeah, the US
Well,
will.
actually, it's because of the map, because the map is portraying the Earth as if it's actually round, but
Ah,
Earth is technically a giant rock with tiny
yes,
little
yeah.
stuff in it, so it's imperfect in multiple ways. And
Ah,
if
yeah.
you use a map, it'll just become a circle,
Mm.
which
Oh,
it
yeah.
isn't.
Yeah, I've seen a
That's why. Yeah.
I've seen a video about it. The map that you're referring to is what we call as the Mercator map. Have you heard about it? The Mercator map?
I didn't know the name was that, but
Ah, yeah. So the
yes.
map that we usually had in schools or maybe, well, most of the world, yeah, use Mercator map. Well, because they use Mercator map because its accuracy in showing what is it called? The accuracy it has with angles. Okay, so in a much smaller scale, for example, the Google Maps also use Mercator maps. Okay, so it really perfectly accurate in showing the angle it had. Maybe in the crossing of a street, yeah, it really
Mm.
shows an accurate ways to describe the positions of the map of the locations. But if it come to a much more larger scale, which is for to show the land of a country, it becomes inaccurate. Yeah, because yeah, well, the size doesn't really represent the real size in the real world.
Mm.
Yeah, but But because the Mercator is already, what is it, popular in Gmaps, in Apple Maps. I don't know what type of map, but most of the maps use Mercator. That's why that's why if you search it on Google, there's a lot of types of Mercator. I'm sorry, there's a lot of types of maps. There's a Mercator. There is a map that is more accurate for the size of the country. There's another map type of map that is more accurate in showing the size of a country, but they lack the ability to show the accurate positions in the much more smaller smaller scales. So, well, you can. That's why using a map is actually kind of inaccurate. Yeah, it never will be accurate. Yeah, because you're trying to portraying a 3D object, which is globe, which is our Earth, a 3D object, to become a true two-dimensional object, which is a paper in a pepper in a pepper. I'm sorry, paper in a pepper and a paper. Yeah. So that's why a map is kind of interesting, yeah, because it can only it always has the disadvantage of it. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Meg, before we're ending our session today, is there anything that you want to convey or something that you want to discuss in the before we end?
I want to say something. Go back to the Google meeting,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Google Meet tab.
Wait, 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 wait. I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay. Yes. What is it?
Oh, actually, when you're sharing, when you're pressing the button,
Yes.
the share button, you see choose what to share with Meet Google with meet.google.com, right?
Okay. Meet this
You know
one.
what I mean?
This one.
Choose when you press the button to share.
Yes.
It it says choose what to share with meet.google.com, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now you're probably gonna pick entire screen and then right?
Oh, yeah. Entire screens. Yeah, and then.
But you can actually just choose window and use any other stuff and click on it.
Oh, oh, oh. Interesting. Well,
You can even use
I'm.
Chrome tab. So you can go anywhere else, but the Google Meet share will only look at this one
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, I have done that earlier.
Yeah.
But that's great. It's a new information about the Chrome tab. Yeah, I'm already knew about the what is it the name? I forgot
The
the
present something
window.
else, and then yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
use
The win
Windows and Chrome.
Chrome tab, the entire screen. Ah, interesting. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe next time I'll do this. I'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything, Bex? Okay. Don't really get too frustrated with school. Yeah. Anyway. Because just take easy with school. Yeah. You're just in sixth grader, just enjoy your schools, just enjoy with your friends, okay? No need to really have a pressure on anything. Yeah, it's okay if you still have a difficulty on math, okay? It's part of normal process because I used to feel it that way also. Yeah, I'm not really good at math at sixth grader. I'm just I'm interested in math maybe in when I'm in senior high school. I'm not really into math in elementary schools. Yeah, because I find math to be frustrating and annoying when I was elementary school. But well, eventually I'll make my way here. I made my way here. So yeah, that's how just life becomes. Yeah. Okay, Max.
Okay.
Okay, so anything? No. Okay, enough.
And there is just one thing,
Okay, what is it? What is it?
a magic trick.
Magic energy Bridget.
Oh, wait. Is it working?
Where is it? Where is it?
It's
Ah, where's the magic trick? I'm
it's
waiting,
supposed to
everyone.
work. Wait.
I'm waiting for work. I'm waiting for. Ah, now it's work. Now it's work. Now it's work. Okay, okay. Really, yeah. You're hiding behind the cat. Yeah, you're hiding behind the cat. The cat is larger than you do.
It is my
Okay,
cat.
thank you, Max. Okay, thank you, Max.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. See you next Thursday. Thursday, okay? Don't forget. We have another session Thursday, okay? Don't forget again. Don't forget again, okay? Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.